shop Berriez, which is an online vintage shop catered to people over a size 8 or a size medium. When I started, it was Fruity Looms, and it was really just kind of a pun, and my friend and I were stoned on the couch, and I was like, I'm gonna start a vintage shop, and we were just brainstorming names, and we came up with Fruity Looms, and we were like, haha, that's funny. And then in May, I got a cease and desist letter from Fruit of the Loom saying that I could not use that name, and I actually couldn't even use the word fruit in any type of title for my business. So I kind of spun that and did Berriez, and it's Berriez with a Z because my last name is Zach, so it's Berriez, EZ. Haha, very funny. And I don't know, I kind of just started sourcing fruit items, and just because when I wear them, I find that they make me happy, and when people see me wearing them, or when I see someone wearing something fruity, I'm like, haha, that's so nice and happy. And then I also just feel like humans are like fruit, and we're sweet, desirable at any size, shape, or shade. So I kind of just ran with the fruit theme, but without having fruit in the name of my business. I don't have a fashion background other than that I've always loved fashion and styling myself and my mom. And my grandma was a true fashionista. So I feel like, although I never met her, I feel like I have a part of her in me. I'm a cannabis enthusiast, and not to sound like a cliche, but I don't think I could have gotten this far without it. I have a chronic illness, and cannabis is the only thing that helps my chronic illness. I find that cannabis is something that brings people together. If I'm shooting with a model who also likes cannabis, I'll always offer them cannabis during a shoot or after a shoot. Because again, I feel like it's something that is an experience and that can be shared. I'm really looking for clothing over size 14, but obviously I'm not always that lucky. When I find something over a size 14, 16, 18, I'm thrilled. You know, it is hard to find clothing. New York City is not a good place to thrift or antique. So I have to drive out to Long Island or Jersey or Boston or upstate. Like, you really have to be smart about where you go. I mean, right now I'm really into the 90s, probably because I'm a 90s kid, but I also love the 50s, but it's hard to find clothing in my size in that decade. I'm really into prints and patterns and bright colors. I'm really inspired by the designer Michael Simon, who made this sweater and who makes a lot of the stuff that I source. He made clothes, shoes, bags back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I love vintage because it's stuff that we already have and that's already made. Like, there's really no need to buy anything new. I feel like I found so many things for myself, even that are vintage, that fit me better than something that, like, if I were to walk into Soho and go into one of those stores, like, I probably couldn't find something that would fit me, but like, go to a thrift store, you find something that fits, something that's one of a kind, something that's old and has a story behind it, and pieces that are just conversation starters, and that, you know, maybe people who are my size and up might be too afraid to wear because it draws attention to you. So that's kind of what I gravitate towards, just to show that, like, people of any size, any shape, any, you know, race, ethnicity, gender can wear these clothes and look great. I am very, very grateful that one of my good friends, Jessica, she is an extremely talented photographer. She is amazing. Everyone look her up, Jessica Portillo. She's tagged in all of my photos. She's the best. I'm grateful to get to work with her, and, you know, if I have a concept, she helps me bring it to life. Sustainability, inclusivity, representation are all so important. especially in this industry right now. Stuff that makes you happy. I feel like fashion sometimes can be so serious and so depressing. So I'm trying to kind of flip that and be like, oh, we don't have to take ourselves that seriously. Like, we can have fun with what we wear. We can get stopped on the street and have a conversation about like the jacket you're wearing or whatever.